Good morning, everybody. I'm Brian Iverson, co-founder of MyCityLender Home Loans. Here as always with Shane Sauer from Blueink Title Agency, and this is your 2-minute weekly housing fast break. We'll get to the mortgage rate update and economic news in just a moment, but first, here's Shane with our housing update. Good morning, Shane.
Well, good morning, Brian. Hey, a few things for you today, folks. One, the 90-day average list price on single-family homes in Maricopa County dipped a bit last week to $579,823. This was a relatively small decline from the previous week and may signal some plateauing in the market. Average days on market in Maricopa County continued their upward trend with another gain last week. We're now at about 80 days for single-family homes and about 85 days for condos. Lastly, the inventory had another nice gain last week. Since the most recent inventory low point back in August of 2023, we have had one week after another of inventory gains. We've now more than doubled that number, but still have a ways to go to catch our most recent inventory high that we hit back in November and December of 2022. I expect that the recent Fed rate announcement will spur some buyers on who will now have their pick of the new and existing inventory. Brian, what did the Fed announcement do for buyers?
Thank you, Shane. Well, credit where credit is due. The mortgage rate market anticipated the Fed's cut just about perfectly. Rates did go slightly higher actually on the announcement, but Fed Chair Powell's press conference leveled things out. As a result, last week's potentially volatile mortgage rate movement stayed surprisingly steady. If anything, the expectation for further rate cuts going forward was helping point towards slightly lower rates on Fed Day, but Fed Chair Powell's press conference took things back to a more neutral direction. Those counterbalancing forces meant that last week's potentially volatile mortgage rate reaction ended up being remarkably flat, all things considered. The national average 30-year conventional rate today stands at 6.2%, so slightly up from last week. FHA is at 5.73%, VA at 5.75%. In economic news, the 10-year Treasury is trading a bit higher this morning at 3.745%. Finally, on Wednesday, we get the new home sales data for August, which will give us insight into the supply trend in the housing and construction market. A rising number of new construction starts or value of construction completed reflects higher consumer and business optimism. Expanding construction indicates growth in the housing market and points to an increase in the overall economy. However, an excess supply of new buildings may result in a drop in housing prices. That's it for this week, folks. Thanks again for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please hit us up down below or reach out to us. We'll see you right back here next Tuesday for your weekly housing fast break.